What's up, guys? It's your boy Ethan here. Hope y'all are having a great day so far. First off, I want to apologize. It's been a week since I've uploaded a video. If you go to my school, you know that we've been doing state testing, and I've been kind of focusing on that more than I have on making a video. So I do apologize for, no uploads within the week. And second off, I'm not playing on my personal profile. You might see that I'm playing on a Femur187 account. It's actually my dad's account. We buy PlayStation Plus on his account, and if you have your PlayStation activated as a primary account, everybody else can use it. So that's basically what we were doing, but for some reason it ran out a couple of days early. It was supposed to run out on the 21st of this month. It ended today, on the 13th. So instead of we just did the 2-day free trial, and once that runs out, we're gonna go buy it again. And you're probably thinking, well, why don't you just buy it on your account? Well, or get it on your account. I've already tried the 2-day free trial, so I can no longer use it from my account, and I haven't used it on his account, so I'm just gonna do it on here. So that's basically why I'm not playing on my profile. But getting into today's video, it's going to be another story time. And if you've seen the previous two story times, you would know they're not actually about me. I've just witnessed what's going on. The first one was about my cousin, and the second one was about a kid who literally cut his finger. Well, he didn't literally cut it off, but he did cut it. And I actually seen the pictures. It's not as bad as everybody, I thought it, was going to be. Still pretty bad, though. But, getting into today's story, it's actually going to be about me for once. Which I've only done 3. So, yeah, that's not too bad. But, so this is back when I still lived in Arkansas. I was in the 6th grade. This was 2013 or 2014. And this was a normal day at school. I woke up, got ready for school, went to school, got that done, came home. It was a normal day. And so the next morning, I wake up, and my mom's about to head out for work, but my school sent out this email, or this voice message, whatever you want to call them. And at first, it's like, hey, this is the Russellville Middle School. And at first I'm like, well, they didn't send out any progress reports or report cards. I don't know why they would be calling. And, basically what they said was there's not going to be any school today. Further details will be given to you as, it becomes necessary and whatnot. So at the age of 12 or 13, or 11 and 12 actually, because this is when I was in 6th grade, but at the age of 11 and 12, you're not thinking what's going on. You're just happy that on a day you should be going to school, you don't have to go to school. And that's how I was. I was happy. I was like, yes, no school, this is going to be a great day. I'm just going to sit at home and play PlayStation and talk to my friends and, do all this. But as they started releasing details, they said, there's been some threats put out to a certain person. So I'm like, well, okay, whoever did this, they fucked up badly. And they shouldn't have done what they done. And they started giving out details by the minimum, the school would give out details one detail every hour or something, whenever I'm gonna spoil it, alright? The police had something to do with it. They didn't want the police didn't want the school giving out too much information at once, so they made the school basically give out the details spread apart. And so it eventually comes out that these 2 girls, one was a high schooler at the time, and one was actually in the middle school. And basically what they said was that a kid at the middle school, bought drugs from them, and still owed them money for like 3 or 4 months. These kids owed them money or something like that. That's what they posted on Facebook. And so they basically planted bombs, and not only the kid who bought the drugs locker, but 3 of his other friends. So that's 4 bombs in total in a school. And how this school was laid out, it was one building with 5th grade, 6th grade, and 7th grade. 5th grade had its own own part of the building. 6th grade had 2 wings, and 7th grade had 2 other wings on the opposite side of the half building. And so there was only about 300 to 400 kids in 6th grade. And the lockers, and there's only 2 hallways. And so the lockers are pretty, close together. And so you would think the cops would just run up in there. No, the cops took this very seriously. They had the whole bomb squad at school. They I don't know, they brought canines into the school to sniff out bombs. And when, the canines didn't see anything, they brought out, a whole bunch of tools. I forgot what they're called, but, they can, they move it around. It's not a metal detector, but, they can move it around and find if there's anything explosive or that can be flammable. And they didn't find anything. And, as the story goes, the kid didn't buy the drugs. He didn't buy any drugs. He didn't even owe him money. It was because it was 2 sisters, and a kid was he just roasted the girl one time, and her sister flipped out, and they made these threats that they were gonna blow up the school. And that got me thinking, because even it was crazy, that whole situation went down. But just think about this. What if that day they actually did plant bombs in those lockers, and they didn't warn anybody? They didn't post anything on Facebook. And I would have went to school. Everybody went to school that day. Just think, a kid opens up his locker, or 4 people open up their locker, and then it sets off 4 charges. In 2 really small hallways, there were 2 bombs in each wing, I guess you could call it, in each hallway. And that just, what if that actually would have happened? What if it would have just, blown up, and, because the 4 people who were threatened with bombs in their lockers, one of them was literally right next to my locker. And if they actually would have planted a bomb and they wouldn't have warned anybody, I would have died, he would have died, a bunch of kids would have died, and more would have been injured. And just think, this actually happens to schools. Maybe not here recently, but the school shootings that happened a couple of years ago in Connecticut, and I think it was Maryland. I'm not sure, but I think there might have been a school shooting in Maryland. But just think, this actually happens at schools. People die because bullying, and that's crazy to think that it could have happened to me. Knock on wood, it didn't. Yo, hold up, knock on wood, you know what I'm saying, that it didn't happen. But I just think it's crazy, because if it would have, I wouldn't be here today. I would have never had to have the experience to make, YouTube videos or do anything that I've done, since 2013. And it's crazy, because I've done a lot of stuff. I've tried a lot of new things. I traveled the country, moving from Arkansas to out here in Washington State. That's a long drive. That's a 3-day drive non-stop, and the scenery is just beautiful. I would have never gotten to witness that, so I think it's crazy. If you guys enjoyed the video, please leave a like. It helps get the video out to that next person out there. leave a dislike if you didn't like the video, you know, whatever. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. Other than that, guys, it's been your boy Ethan here. Hope y'all have a great rest of your day.